Hey, it's your friend Steve. How are we doing? Um, doing alright today. Today's it's been a good week. Been having a lot of fun, seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, I'm having a good week. Still on my diet. Oh God, I hate dieting. Dieting's so hard. It really is. These people that live this life all the time and they're happy. How? How are you happy eating this kind of food? I'm doing keto, which is just pretty much like Atkins with a little more cult vibe to it. But apparently your body goes into ketosis or whatever the hell it's called. But it's just like Atkins, just a little. So it's like a lot of meat and vegetables, which is what I pretty much normally eat. But every once in a while, this boy likes some pizza. So it's been a downer, and so yeah, it's been really I'm in a good mood. It's been a good week. Um, I don't know. So that's pretty much all I got. That's the end of the episode. That's it. You've come in for the little bit. Um, no, I don't know. I've been questioning telling this story. It's one of my better stories. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell it because I find it. Well, at the moment I was scared, but yeah. So anyway, here we go. I matched with this girl. I think it was, I don't know, insert name here. Can't remember the site, but so we were talking, whatever, and she, we're hitting it off. She's cute, just my type. She's a little thick, but I like it. Um, that's my type. I don't think I have a type, but preferably because I'm a big dude. I mean, I get subconscious when I'm with skinnier girls, tiny skinny girls. I'm like, oh God, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna have a salad, and I'm ordering a burger and fries and all this. So I get subconscious about that. Though I mean, I don't think I'm ugly, but yeah, I just weight wise, always be a subconscious fat little boy inside. FBI didn't say I had a little boy inside me. So don't relax. I know I'm on a list, guys, and not the top podcast list, an FBI list. Hey, the van's outside. So anyway, we're talking, and it's going well. And my schedule's messed up. Her schedule's messed up. We're on opposite schedules, so it's whatever. Um, it's so it was a couple days, a week. Hey, can you hang out here? No, I'm working. Can you hang out now? No, I'm working. How about this day? I don't know. I work to this, to this. We just had opposite schedules. I work super early. She goes in late, stays till 10 p.m. So anyway, and I'm sleeping by 10 p.m. during the week. Oh no, this boy is nap town. Nap town, sleep town, all the above. So I hit her up, and I was just okay, whatever. And then she ghosts me. I hit her up and she ghosted me. I was like, okay, whatever. So I just moved on with my life. Because, it happens. When you're dating, you throw your, stick into the water. And then, hopefully something nibbles on it. I'm talking about fishing. Don't get sexual on me. But, I said, but, so make sure you take a drink. So, I didn't think much of it. I just went on with my life. Because, if you ghost somebody, I mean, I prefer to be like, hey, not interested anymore. Move on with my life. It happens. So anyway, I go on with my life. That's me going on with my life. So, it did, a week, 2 weeks pass. It's a period of time passes, and I'm like, whatever. And I get a DM. I get a friend request. She friend requests me on Facebook, and then she DMs me. And she's like, hey, who, you look super familiar, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, I played it cool because I was like, I'm not going to admit that I got ghosted. I don't know if she's pranking me. So I was like, oh, yeah, you too, blah, blah, blah. So then we start talking again. And she goes, oh, yeah, we matched on, and you And I was like, yeah, then you ghosted me. So then I threw a little shame onto her. She goes, oh, I got really busy. I'm sorry. Like, that was messed up. I said, you know what? It happens. Okay. I mean, it's whatever. Not for like a month. It was more like a month. I was like, okay, whatever. So then we were like, let's do it again. And I was like, okay, let's hang out. And then she goes, okay. And then she's like, what are you doing Friday? I go, well, I mean, I'm off, but whatever. I mean, we could hang out. She goes, okay, well, I want to go day drinking. I was like, day drink is perfect for me. I love getting fucked up by like 8 o'clock and going home. Sounds good to me. And so she, all week does not hit me up. And I'm like, okay, well, okay, don't know. Okay, whatever. So Friday comes around and it's like, 5 o'clock. It's happy hour time. And I go, okay, well, she didn't hit me up, so. And I went to the bar and I was like, I went to my local bar. I was like, I'm going to have a couple, whatever. She ghosted me again. I got fooled me twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Well, no, me. Fool me twice, also shame on me? I can't remember how that goes. Me and George Bush analogies aren't our best suit. So we're like, so I'm drinking, having a good time, joking around with all my friends. And she texts me. She goes, "Oh, what did you do?" And I was like, "Well, I'm at the bar, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Which one?" And I told her, and she's like, "Oh, I've never been there. I've heard so much about it." I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a nice little spot." She goes, "Okay, well, I'm gonna come." And I was like, "Okay, I'll be here, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Okay, I'm on my way." Did not know she lived like 45 minutes away. I don't think she ever told me where she lived. So I was like, okay, whatever. So she came. I was like, well, she's not coming. She's going to ghost me again. She ended up showing up. Didn't look exactly like her picture, but she was still cute. That's always like, do you look like your pictures on online dating? Because we always pick the best pictures. That's why I try to put the shittiest pictures I have on there. Because if you're like, oh, damn, he's cute, you'll probably like me when I clean up. I clean up well. Other than that, I'm in sweats and shorts. That's all day. So she shows up, and she's cute, blah, 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 and we're talking. And then she goes, do you mind if I smoke? And I was like, not really. I mean, go for it. She's like, oh, I should have told you I was a smoker. I was like, yeah, I mean, that kind of, like, was a good thing to do. So she's, like, smoking. I'm like, it's whatever. I don't mind smoking. I mean, when you kiss, spoiler alert. So anyway, so then she starts talking to me, and we're talking, and then the bartender comes over, and she goes, oh, hey, Steven. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, I got her drink. I got her first drink, whatever. And she's like, oh, I want a Jack. I forgot what it was. It was something like a Jack and Coke. And she's like, oh, can I get it in a tall glass or a double? And she's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, okay. So then that was like the first thing that she's drinking, like, hard liquor. And I was like, okay, interesting. I mean, I drink vodka and just something, so I mean, I get it. And so she's like drinking and she's pounding them. I was like, okay. Then she gets closer to me, which I'm into. I'm like, okay, she kind of looks like my first crush, like my sister's like friend when I was growing up. She like had red hair and some other assets that were very impressive to me. And so I was like, closer, whatever. And then she's like, so just so you know, I don't fuck on the first date. Explicits are YouTube. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't think that. I mean, I never assume that women do that. I'm just always shocked that it happens. So I was like, that's not an issue. I'm cool with that. She's like, okay, I don't even kiss on the first date. And I was like, again? Well, that's usually my thing is like, if I can get a kiss, I know it went well. But I was like, I'm not. That's fine. And so we're talking, and she's like, yeah, I just moved, and I'm painting. You should come over. We could have a date night where we paint. I was like, oh, that sounds awful, like you're putting me to work. She's like, oh, I'll buy you, like, pizza and beer. And I was like, again, I don't need pizza or beer. I mean, barely know you. Don't want pizza or beer. I was like, I don't know how this first date's gonna go. Let's just see how that goes first. So I'm like, okay, we're like talking, And, she's telling me, hey, she's like, yeah, I'm like 28. I was like, about to do 29. I was like, yeah, I'm 33. Like, I know that shit's like 30's like big and scary, but it's whatever. I mean, it's just a number. You act, you'll still be the same you are at 29 that you are at 30. And she's like, yeah. And then I don't know how it came up. She hit me up. She goes, oh, yeah, like, she's like, oh, if you come to my apartment, don't be scared. I have a wedding dress. And I was like, ha, that's funny. That's a funny joke. She goes, oh, no, I did. I bought a wedding dress. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, panic mode. I go, well, does it, like, were you engaged? Like, were you going to get married? Oh, no, I just saw it, and I was like, it's nice, and it's on sale. I was like, okay. I was like, well, no, I don't get that, but okay. And I was like, well, this is like 10 minutes into the day, and she's already told me she has a wedding dress. So I'm like, oh, God. And all my friends keep coming up and going, oh, where's Angela? Have you seen Angela today? And I was like, who's that? The effing Angela? And like they keep coming over and laughing and doing it, and then she's just like looking at me, and I'm like, I have no idea. These people are doing a bit right now, and I have no idea who Angela is. And so, so then I eventually was like, dude, I need my friends over here. So I invited my friends to sit at the table, and we're like joking and laughing, and then this random dude shows up in like full fishing gear, like he's fly fishing, and he's like, in like a, what the hell is that called? Like, the look like, you're jumping off and you're in Alaska and you're like shipping for crabs. Not different crabs than, shave and then put some shampoo and they're gone in 3 days. Allegedly, I don't know. But anyway, I'm like, I have to know this guy's whole backstory. So he sits down, and I'm like, dude, what is your backstory? Like, where were you today? And is this a fashion choice, or are you an actual fisherman? He's like, oh, no, I like the outfit. It's very comfortable. I'm like, okay, this is just getting weirder and weirder. And she's getting drunker and drunker. And he apparently knows one of my good friends. So I was like, oh, well, sit at the table, man, blah, blah, blah. And, like, he's drinking. We're all it's all fun. We're all laughing. It's great. I'm like, this date is not going well for me. And, whatever. And then she, like, breaks her sandals. And then one of my bartender friends, like, gives her sandals. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. And we're all having a good time. And she's, like, pounding them down. I'm like, okay. And then she's telling me, oh, yeah, I lived above this other bar, and, I would, they would serve me, and I would be hammered, and then just walk home. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you're not anywhere near home, so I don't know why you're getting hammered like that. But, to each their own. I mean, I get hammered like that all the time. I mean, it happens. I mean, you go to a bar, I mean, it's the consequences of going and drinking is, every once in a while you go too far. But anyway, we're having a good time, we're all laughing. And then, so me and this fisherman dude are talking, and he's like, dude, you're jacked. You're like 6'8". He's like, dude, come with me to the gym. I'll get you jacked, dude. You'll be fucking huge. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. You'll be huge. You'll be like looking like Brock Lesnar. It won't take long. You got all this fat that we could convert to muscle. And I was like, okay, dude, first of all, you're calling me real fat. Getting a little offended. But I was like, okay, man, I've heard this before. And then she goes, no, because if you get jacked and you lose your weight, I won't love you anymore. I like you just the way you are. If you want to get fatter, you can get fatter. I was like, first off, that's very unhealthy. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment that you're telling me I'm adorable, but, maybe go ahead and not wish me to get more obese than I am. And then proceeds to, like, make out with me in front of my friends after telling me you'll never kiss me on the first date. And it's like kissing an ashtray. It was pretty, I mean, she's hot, and I'm like, okay, but that is like the aftertaste. I'm like, okay, that's menthols. Okay, cool. So anyway, I'm just like, cool, this is cool, everything's fine. She's like drinking, and I'm drinking. So I'm getting kind of fucked up. And So then we're all like joking around, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna walk. I went inside to get another drink, and I'm kind of like I mean, I don't like to sit down and drink. I like to walk around, talk to different people, meet people, have discussions, make a few jokey jokes. And it's like my podcast, except I'm drinking and you're drinking, and you're not listening to me on your iPhone. And so I'm having a great time. And then she runs into like other friends of mine, and they're all like, Steve's great. Steve's really funny. He's a good guy, which I appreciate them lying. But so they're all putting me over, telling them things I'm great. And then she proceeds to tell all the bartenders how she's fucking me tonight. And first off, no consent from me. I have no, things in the fight. It's whatever. I'm good. I think I'm good for me. And that's tough for me to turn that pussy. But she was just like already like fucked up. So anyway, we're like, keeps drinking, and then like all the bartenders are like, so I love you, but your girlfriend's gotta go. She is way too fucked up. Explicit's on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, okay. I got that vibe, but thank you for someone that's sober telling me this. So then I go, and by the way, it's like 7:30. And I'm like, okay, so you gotta go. Let me know where you live. I'm gonna Uber you home. Oh, I'm not leaving. I'm good. I'm like, no, like, you're about to be like kicked out of here. So, like, tell me where you live. And she's like, you're not coming home with me. And I was like, no, I didn't plan on that. I was just going to Uber you where you lived, and then, hopefully you make it home. And then she's like, fuck you. I was like, okay. So I'm like, come on. Like, we gotta go. Gotta go. Fuck you. And I was getting her water. Like, you gotta drink this water, And she's like, I'm gonna fuck you tonight. To everyone but me. I was like, okay, I have no idea what this scenario is. So, like, I ended up, like, dude, like, telling her, come on, let's go. Where do you live? Where do you close to live? I think you live down in this area. Where I don't know where you live. And she's just like, no, I'm not going. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, I have no idea. And, I was telling my bartender, I was like, I don't know what to do, or I don't know where she lives. Like, she kind of told me she lives in Carytown-ish. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Kind of, like, gave me, like barely clues where she lived. So I'm like, I have no idea how this scenario is going to end. And then finally, I was like, I'm going to pay my tab. Because I'm done drinking. Because, like, I'm buzzed. Like, I'm kind of drunk. But I'm also, like, really annoyed. Because, you can only be told to go fuck yourself so many times. And then, so then I was like, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what to do in the scenario. And then all my sober friends that work there are like, go. Get the hell out of here. Like, you can't do anything. She won't tell you where she lives. She's crazy as hell. She's going around, like, starting arguments with people. And everyone's pissed off, and they're starting to get, like, pissed off at me because I brought her there, which I never bring girls to my local bar, because it's like, if you're going to, like, bring a girl somewhere, you want to bring her where you don't normally go, so you'll never run into her again. And so I was like, okay, and then they're like, yeah, go. And I was like, I tried, like, 3 more times, and then I was like, all right, I'm drunk, I gotta go. So I, like, walked to another bar. I was like, all right, I'm going to go get some drinks over here. I was drunk. And then I was like, I told her, I was like, I'm leaving. Like, I'm leaving. I can get you an Uber or not. And then I was told to go fuck myself one more time. So I was like, okay, all right. And I just Irish goodbye'd. I said goodbye. Well, actually, I didn't Irish goodbye. I told her I was leaving. So anyway, I'm gone. I left. I went to another bar. Not named. So she then starts calling me. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not answering this. I'm drunk. I'm talking to other people. I ignored it, and then 15 voicemails. I go fuck myself. Yada yada. Hitting a messenger. I'm like, I can't deal with it. I'm drunk, and I tried to do my best, but yeah. So it's like like maybe the next day, I was like, well, I hope she got home all right. I got messages, oh yeah, you owe us. We got your friend home all right. Her boyfriend came and picked her up. I said, oh, well, that's nice to know. Her boyfriend. Okay, that's cool. You're like, you got a boyfriend? Maybe not go on a date with the dude and tell all his friends how you're gonna fuck him. But to each their own. I mean, she was very crazy, very crazy. But I'm into crazy chicks. I don't know. She might have been too crazy for me, like stab me in my sleep crazy. But you got to die somehow. And I don't know. So I don't know. I have really bad luck with women. Am I an asshole in that scenario? I feel like all my stories, I'm either drunk and drunk and an asshole, or just an asshole. I don't have like positive stories. I feel like I'm always an asshole. I'm the villain in all my stories. But it happens. People. Dating sucks. It's like a job interview, and the best you could do is, like, the best a job interview you get is you get to be with someone for 50 years. I don't think I could do it. I can't even do. I've had 3 girlfriends, and I think the longest relationship I had was like a month and a half, and then one of them I didn't even know I was dating, but apparently we're boyfriend and girlfriend. But, I don't know anything about women. I feel like I do, and then I don't know what I'm doing. But, I mean, I don't feel like I'm a horrible person. I am difficult, because I have my moments. I really, truly am a cat. I like a lot of attention, and then I also don't want attention. I'm very weird. Yeah, I mean, I think I have a lot to offer, but also I understand why I don't have a girlfriend. But then again, I probably could have a girlfriend tomorrow, because a lot of women are madly in love with me. I get it. I've seen my face. I'm a potato, but, I'm a charming potato. And then, yeah. And then people try to set you up with people, and then that's how you know how they feel about you. But, I don't know. I don't know. Like, people, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. What is this? I don't know. What's dating? I don't know. Like, sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Let's get, like, a girl, like a mail order bride or something, like from Japan or one of those Asian countries, or, Russia or something. Maybe not Russia, but somewhere like that, where they just like have pen pals and, screw it. Because I don't know. I just don't. I want to be married and have kids, and then it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to convince women to, go out on dates with you. I have so many, I've never been turned down so much, like, hey, I'll buy you dinner. Oh, no, I'm good. I just, yeah. And then I'm like, well, I must be, like, super ugly, because you're turning down free dinner. And then, I mean, I'm funny, too, so. Sorry. Drinking water. Stay hydrated, my friends. Very important to drink water every day. Isn't it crazy how we, as Americans, are fancy about water? We're super fancy. Like, ugh, I don't like that water. It's gross. And then you have countries that don't even have clean water. It's insane. Like, how spoiled we are. Like, oh, ooh, that has a weird taste to it. Oh, no, I only drink insert name here. Ooh, it's so delicious and refreshing. Insert advertising. Ooh, it's so delicious. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand our fascination with water. I mean, I used to drink water out of a dirty hose when I was a kid, and I couldn't tell you how great it was. I couldn't stop telling you how great it was. It was a magical year, 1997. My friend wore Fred Durst red Yankees hat for the whole summer. It was good times. He literally was all about the nookie before we even know what nookie was. I feel like I have, like, I don't remember my whole life. I remember moments. I don't know if everyone's like this, but yeah, I have vivid moments as a kid. I remember the first time I was slapped in the face. Um, I didn't know what lesbians were, but I know it was two women, and there was these two girls, and they were like, kind of like jerks to us. And I was like, oh, they're just a bunch of lesbians. And then everyone started laughing, and I was like, oh, well, people are laughing at that. And then I was like, oh, well, let me keep doing it. And I did it way too much, and I was a little dick. And I got slapped in the face, which I deserved, because I was being an asshole. But, yeah, I remember that. I don't know. I just don't know. That's weird. Like, they say your life flashes before your eyes when you die. Does everything flash? Like, oh man, that 43rd thousandth Monday. Ugh, what a day. Because that would be like monotonous. I'd just be like, dude, just hit me with the highlights and like, let me grab the Grim Reaper and let's go into the darkness. I don't think I need to relive my whole life because there's a lot of not only sad moments, just disappointing moments, and you're like, ugh, oh boy, and then especially like if I have to see all the times I've ever struck out with women, oh, that would just be like, wah, wah. Oh, so I've been told, follow me on Twitch. Your friend Steve69. I'm gonna start playing VR again, and apparently I could Twitch that. So I'll be playing like scary games and all a bunch of different things. But check me out on that. I need to apparently be better at promoting myself, but check like and subscribe on YouTube. Tell 3 friends, like and subscribe on YouTube, and so I'm gonna end it. Let's call it a day. It was a nice little story about my failures in life and with women. So we're gonna do a drink of the week to my boy Brett. It's his birthday. Well, yesterday was his birthday, but I mean, so I've been told I was drunk, and this girl told me, I don't know, you're not even like, you're barely my friend. Like, all you do is be mean to me. I'm mean to everyone I love. I make jokes. I'm not serious about it. I'll tease you. I'm a teaser. I like to make fun of people. Brett's a key example. I told Brett in the bar one time, we were talking, me, him, and like these 2 other girls. I was like, Brett's a great dude. He's got the personality of a school shooter. And like, Brett knew the line was coming because I said it once or twice. And it's a great line, to be fair. You probably should have laughed at that. Unless your, family member was murdered in a school shooting. School shootings are bad. But anyway, I'm not backtracking. It's a funny joke. You cancel me if you want. Come at me, bro. Cancel. But the girl, like, did like an, oh my, and I cannot stop laughing about it. She was just like, oh no, oh God. So, you know what? People get a sense of humor. And happy birthday, Brett. You probably don't listen to this. You're probably, doing something weird and wearing a black shirt and black pants and a black hat backwards because you're cool. But anyway, drink of the week to that boy. That man. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the week. We're done. We're done now. Am I trying to get to 30 minutes? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Am I, do I know what I'm doing? No. But I do know one thing. As always, fuck Hitler.